Hey, this is Aaron, and I'm going to give you 3 keys to reinvent your vocation when you're older. I was a pastor, minister for many years. I'm still doing ministry, evangelism, and online ministry. That is my calling. But at the age of 53, I needed to reinvent my vocation, my career, and that is not an easy thing to do. So, what do you do when you want to or need to reinvent yourself in your vocation when you're older? Well, we're going to look at 3 steps to help you on your journey. The third step you'll want to pay very much attention to because it will be what makes it or breaks it. Step number 1, you need to know your why. Why do you want or need to reinvent your vocation? Why are you wanting to change? And knowing this will help you solidify your motivation to do something new. And some things to remember about your why. The first thing is if you don't know your why, you won't succeed. You need to have your why to motivate yourself every single day. Also, to do something different can be very stressful and can cause a lot of anxiety. So you need to know your why. Knowing your why, your motivation, will give you confidence whether you have to change because of downsizing or you want to change to have a happier life. And that could be just finally doing something you want to do. It could be time freedom. It could be just to have more money. For me, my vocation was in the corporate world, banking, finance, credit. But after a rough time in my life, I realized that you are just a number. Someone that can be easily replaced in a week, maybe 2 tops. Also, at this point, I no longer wanted to be micromanaged to the point you have to ask permission to go to the bathroom. I mean, it got to the point where the bathroom breaks were timed, and if you went too much, you had to get talking to. And as a 53-year-old man, listen, I am not going to be reprimanded because I took maybe 1 minute too late in the bathroom. Kindergarten, maybe. Now, no. You see, I wanted to run my own business. I wanted to make my wife proud and really do something that matters. There's no quote that a school counselor told me a long time ago that rings true. If you do what you love to do, you won't work a day in your life. And what that means is it won't feel like work. It'll be feeling like something you love to do because it really satisfies you. So know your why, put it on paper, save it in your phone, keep your why in front of you every single day. That brings us to number 2. Get all the information you can for your upcoming change. Do your research. And of course, pray that God will guide you in your direction. So maybe your vision is to go back to college. Well, if you're going to go back to college, that's a very good thing to do. But, there's things you got to think about. What will it take? Do you have support? Do you have the time? Can you afford it? There's some questions you need to ask yourself while you're doing the research. Sit down and start figuring this information out. Maybe you want to start a business, and that's a great venture to have. But what is the business? How will you start it? If it's dealing with products, how are you going to get the products? If it's a service, what are you going to do to provide that service? Do you have the expertise to help other people? And where will you get the funding? Or maybe your goal is just to have a new job. But there's research for that. Start researching that job out. Start updating your resume. Talk to people who work in that career field. Get all your information. Get the pros, get the cons. Do your research. That's an important thing to do. Remember, you may need to save for a cushion. Or you might have to do a part-time job while you're jumping into the venture, the vocation you want to do. What will your start time be? What is your schedule to start? A lot of people fail. They had good intentions, but they didn't know their why, and they didn't do their research. It's a dream, but if a dream doesn't have those other 2 things, it cannot become a reality. So not only do you need the information surrounding your new venture, but how are you going to get there? You need that information. See, I had a good idea what I was going to do, but I spent months studying it in detail and researching and planning how I was going to do it. A desire, knowing your why, and a plan will make it succeed. But then, after you know your why, and after you've done all your research, and this is the big one, you have to do number 3. And what is number 3? Just do it. Just do it. You got to get to that part where your motivation would just say, today's the day. That day is the day I'm going to do it. And you got to be able to do it. This may be a simple one, but it's what most people don't do to fulfill their dreams. Only when you take the first steps will you be able to accomplish what you desire to do in your life. You see, fear of failure is what keeps most people's dreams from ever becoming a reality. Don't let that be you. So if your dream was to get back to college, fill out your financial forms and enroll in college. Enroll it. Order what you need to do. Start your first day. If it's a new job, well then update your resume. Get on resume sites and start getting your resume out there. Apply for jobs. And if it's a business, get your business plan ready and then pick a day that you're going to start. Put it on the calendar. Circle it 1,000 times if you have to. For me, I decided to run a real estate business. I had to make a decision and start to plan to take my real estate license, order the course, get the course studied, dedicate my time to it and study it so I could pass that test, which I did pass my first time. And then, of course, just decide on my broker, which I'll do in another video. Get in with that broker and get all the training that I didn't have. See, I actually did a little real estate back in my 20s, but my training was, there's your desk, there's your phone, good luck. And that was not the best training whatsoever. So I picked a brokerage to have a great training. I've been training and getting everything I need to do to start prospecting and start talking to people about the business. I'm excited about it. And in fact, in the next video, I'll go through the 5 reasons I decided to do real estate. So if this has helped you in deciding what you want to do and to get you a jump start, know your why, do your research, and then just do it. That's the 3 keys in reinventing your vocation, especially when you're older. If you like what you watched, I ask you to hit like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications of other videos. Also, leave a comment about your dreams, what you would love to do, and maybe some information about how you're going to get started. Hey, I like to see them. Thanks for watching. God bless.